Hello, and welcome to Cue the Cameo. I'm Jess,
And I'm Jordan.
my fiance, and today we're going to be doing a MCU draft. I really enjoyed listening to the Rigorverse do this, so we are going to do our own. The rules are 6 MCU characters, so that's Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that includes the X-Men movies and anything Sony and Fox IP back then.
Okay.
And then we have one bench character and one villain character.
Okay.
So the bench is basically your backup for if one of your main 6 is out for the count. And then the villain is basically a Suicide Squad situation where you got them coming in and fighting on your behalf. But, it's Suicide Squad, so they're like unpredictable.
Right.
We don't know. We have the power to like mark them if we need to, but we don't want that. So it's gotta be within control.
Okay.
What were your thoughts going into this draft? What were you thinking about?
I was like, well, there's not that many. And then I started writing them down. I was like, well, there's actually a lot. And thinking about how powerful are they versus how much do I like them
Yeah.
is kind of hard.
And I think it's important to call out too, we're drafting characters as they are in the MCU. So for example, we've got Franklin Richards in the latest Fantastic Four movie, who of course is known for being the most powerful being in the MCU, but he's like a child in the MCU. So we're if you're drafting him, you're drafting baby Franklin and not teenage Franklin who knows what he's doing. You're drafting Jack from The Incredibles if you do that.
Exactly.
Same goes for other characters like Jean Grey. Last we saw her in X-Men The Final Stand, she was basically a wreck. So you're drafting her at the stage where their journey last ended chronologically in the MCU.
Right.
Okay, I feel like we need to decide who goes first.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Okay.
Yes! Okay. All right, we're going to start. We're doing this baseball style, obviously, so you're going to want to do your first pick first. I have mine written down. I have my backups written down.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm thinking about, I want balance on my team. I want power, cosmic power, but I also want someone who is a leader, who's got intellectual knowledge, leadership that they can bring to the team. I don't want my team to be a mess. So I'm thinking about that.
As someone who likes Guardians of the Galaxy, my team may be a mess, but I don't know.
And we want to hear from you guys in the comments after this whose team you would rather pick for your Ultimate Avengers battle.
Yeah, what would your top 6 be?
Yeah.
Probably better than ours.
We're drafting the new Avengers. Okay, watch out, Thunderbolts. All right, my number 1 is Scarlet Witch.
My number 1 is Captain Marvel.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
So you lose.
Okay, what I went into this with for Scarlet Witch, and I know maybe technically she's dead, but I'm just not gonna count that because she's so powerful. There's no way she's dead. But she's gotten over the child trauma, not her childhood trauma, but her children. Motherhood trauma. And I think that she's ready. She's come to her senses, and I think she's ready to be part of a team again. And she's so powerful. I just feel even with all the emotional fluctuations, I couldn't not pick her. I felt like I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good pick. Captain Marvel is just really powerful and very cosmic.
I don't know what this is. You're obviously, that's brawn. And Scarlet Witch isn't really brain, and she's not really brawn. She's just magic.
Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, my next one is Doctor Strange, because we're seeing him without the time stone at this point in time now. He doesn't have the time stone, but I think Master of the Mystic Arts, what we saw in Spider-Man No Way Home, what we saw in Multiverse of Madness, I still think that him and Scarlet Witch together, like they have this relationship going into this team. Like they've been through some shit together, so I feel like he could keep her in check. And that's kind of why I picked him second. And I'm just like a huge Doctor Strange fan, so I felt like I had to have him on my team, you know.
That's valid.
Even just like for my own like fan.
Yeah, he would have been my pick.
Oh.
Because he's great. I would go with Silver Surfer as my second pick.
Oh my god, that's a really good one because he's like basically indestructible.
Yeah.
Well, would you pick Julia Garner's Silver Surfer or would you pick the 2000s Silver Surfer?
I think the 2000s one.
Okay, all
Maybe
right.
slight leaning, but I don't know, it's a little hard.
Okay, we're getting a little like misogyny vibes. No,
What?
I'm just kidding. Julia Garner's Silver Surfer is like objectively the coolest.
I mean, I didn't delineate, so whichever one you're imagining is great.
Okay. Why?
It's a multiversal Avengers is what we're assembling, so.
Why did you pick Silver Surfer? I mean, like, I guess Silver Surfer, like, technically is like he's kind of a villain, but at the end of the MCU where we last left off, like, Julia Garner was helping the Fantastic Four, or like she did, so I guess we would count her as somewhat of a hero, so I'll allow it.
Yeah, I think it's like, were they a hero at any point? And then, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's, yeah, I think they seem pretty powerful. I say they because, like, I don't know which one, but Julia Gardner, because of the way she said her quote that you kept quoting,
Yeah.
maybe that's a better leaning. I don't know.
The Herald.
Herald. I herald Julia Gardner. Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, my next one is Mystique.
Oh, okay.
Which, like, I think she straddles the line. And last we saw, like, she's helped Charles Xavier in the storylines that we've seen. And I think because she's such a manipulator and because she can hide and play in sight, I think having her as, like, a recon superhero is a good plan. Like, I don't know. I mean, she's good at fighting. Like, she's got, like, hand-to-hand combat is, like, a 10 out of 10. She's not as much of an assassin as, like, a Gamora or, like, a Nebula will be. But I think that she, in her heart, knows, like, what's right. And I think that, again, I think Doctor Strange could, like, keep her in line enough in a team up. I don't know. I'm feeling, now that I'm saying these out loud, I feel like my team's it's gonna be a little chaotic.
I think that's okay. Marvel's proven that chaotic teams can work.
Fair.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
This is just part of like a lifelong debate to convince me to like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it's true. Tune in for next time when I convince her. That's good.
It'll just be like an hour-long podcast of you trying to convince me that Guardians of the Galaxy is good.
Yeah. I guess I'll do Loki.
Loki? Oh, it's a villain.
No, his final act was a hero.
Oh, you're right. Because he tries to kill Thanos. Good point.
So I think he's pretty powerful.
I mean, you know, I'm a huge Loki fan, so that's a bummer. I didn't even think of him as that, I guess, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you think you could, like, control him, though?
I don't know. To be determined. Based on, I don't know. But I also think in the show, near the end, was like, came around.
Yeah, true. I mean, he becomes the time god. Yeah. I mean, how is he going to fight on your team? The time's just going to, like, fall apart. He's going to have to, like, put in PTO, you know?
Or he just is manipulating everything from there. Being all powerful. So.
We're, like, locked in combat, and Loki's like,
yep.
We're not going to allow that.
Doctor Strange, you can do all the time whatever you want, but it's going to be trumped by Loki.
Damn. So Doctor Strange is basically rendered useless for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a really good one. Damn, I think I need to like revisit my list. Because see now I think I need to like evolve my team a little bit.
Underdog stories happen all the time, though.
Okay, my next one's gonna be Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't want to go with Ant-Man because I feel like honestly he would get on my nerves. So I'm picking Wasp, and I think that from a quantum perspective, she could go up against Loki, and I think she would just be like a cool. I think she could also like. I think she would vibe with Mystique a little bit. I think that they would become like unlikely friends or like colleagues maybe, and like
Acquaintances.
it would work out. I believe
Okay. I think my next pick would be Thor,
that's a good one.
which would help control Loki or annoy Loki. I don't know. But that's a duo in my mind in some ways.
Yeah, and as like the official God of Thunder, like his evolution on his journey, I feel like he's at his most powerful point yet in the MCU. I mean, he would have Love with him from Love and Thunder. Like he would have his adopted daughter with him. So I feel like that's like a 0.5, a 6.5 that you get on your team, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is Colossus, which I feel like I did this because I don't have any really like big dudes or women, men or women. And I feel like I had to have someone who could bring the brawn to the team. And like Hulk, I think is in, I just don't trust Hulk to perform. I think he's had some performance issues in the past. And Colossus is like, he's a very much a team player and he's really loyal. And I think that he could help keep the team together. And I think that he would like heed Doctor Strange. And yeah, I mean, he's like very close to being invincible, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have Magneto on your team or something.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say Hulk for my next one.
See, I was nervous that you would have Hulk. And so I wanted to make sure that I had someone who could like go up against the Hulk. Actually, okay, side note for the comments, Hulk versus Colossus, like who is winning that? I guess Hulk could maybe just break Colossus in half. Like, is he strong enough to do that?
I think Hulk's just infinitely strong.
Well, okay, how do you feel about Hulk? Because like I feel like he's been a little back and forth on his like Hulk journey. We have like Smart Hulk right now, which is, he kind of like sits in between of the like rage monster and the intellectual. So I guess you would get both sides.
I'd say pretty controlled, but also like half my list has issues with being back and forth, so I think they'll just work it out.
You're hiring a group therapist. Okay, this is our last pick. And I'm actually not sure about this anymore. I'm like a little nervous.
I'm not either, so I'm Googling something. But what's your last pick?
Okay, my last pick is Vision. And this is obviously in his last state before he died. I think that he, like the intellectual aspect that he brings and the fact that he has the Infinity Stone to kind of leverage, I think with Doctor Strange and with Vision, we could keep Scarlet Witch in check. Like even if I just had her, I feel like she would be really powerful.
Yeah.
So that's 6. So my list is Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Mystique, Wasp, Colossus, and Vision.
My final pick is Wong.
Oh!
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, because he's probably got some secrets that even Doctor Strange doesn't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like Wong and Doctor Strange would then, like, that basically cancels out my Doctor Strange because Wong and Doctor Strange would be just, like, headlocked in a, like, their own sorcery battle. And I feel like it'd be so hard to, I don't know, to get them, like, out of that. Yeah. And I feel like Wong, as we've seen in Multiverse of Madness, is, like, a pretty good opponent for Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So that's a really good one.
So my 6 would be Captain Marvel, Silver Surfer, Loki, Thor, Hulk, and Wong.
I love it.
I think it's a pretty good list. Coming up of part of it on the fly.
Yeah.
Because you kept taking some of my answers. I originally had Doctor Strange on my
Oh, did you?
And Vision.
I feel like, I'm kind of surprised because, like, Vision was a little bit of a, like, question mark pick for me. I don't know, out of everyone that we've seen in the MCU, like, I was a little skeptical in bringing him into the team.
Okay, so what's your bench?
Why don't you pick your bench first? because you had to pick second at everything.
Okay. I'm really torn, but I think I would do Sentry, which I feel like could have been main character energy, but also like,
Well, there's a reason he's on the bench because he's like depresso.
yeah,
And then he's going to come in, like fuck everything up pretty quick and then go back to being depresso. Like he's in and out,
yeah,
in a couple minutes in a fight. So
yeah.
that's pretty good. Who's your other bench?
Spider-Man.
I won't steal them.
Spider-Man.
Here's the thing with Spider-Man. I just don't think he's in the same league.
I don't either, but he's got the like Marvel humor energy that I need on the bench, cheering everybody on.
Okay, so you're thinking about moral support.
He's a cheerleader.
Okay, you're not even thinking about like how to win this fight. You're
No,
just
'cause
like
my
your
six-
Ted Lasso. He is your Ted Lasso.
My 6 players are so strong that I don't need a bench, so I just have a bench for just like
Okay, but if Wong is down for the count, you're gonna bring in Spider-Man to replace Wong.
No, that's why Sentry is the
Okay,
the
so
real
we're
bench.
going with
Yeah,
Sentry.
I'm going with Sentry.
Okay.
But I just want to explain my Spider-Man reasoning.
Okay, here's the thing with my bench. I kind of wanted to do some of the like original X-Men. Storm is obviously like a very powerful being within the X-Men universe.
Mhm.
Again, just don't know if I can really look at her in the same league as some of these other characters that I've picked, like Storm versus Doctor Strange. Like, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah.
I don't think that she could replace anybody on the team with like full confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid.
So
you're not feeling Storm.
I don't think I'm feeling Storm. I think you know what it is? I think I'm gonna do Rogue. It's hard. She has to touch, right, to like be able to drain powers. And
But that's pretty powerful.
it's very powerful, but you gotta get up close. And sometimes these battles, like, Scarlet Witch, Wong, like we're doing that from far away. They're battling a good distance away. This isn't like up close hand-to-hand combat. So I'm a little nervous that she is not gonna like bring enough to the team.
I think Doctor Strange would just do a little portal and like portal her onto someone to touch them and then portal her back off.
That's actually really smart.
I'll write your movie.
Clearly, I'm not cut out to be like a captain at all. Okay, the last thing on our list is the villain pick. So, who is your villain?
Thanos. I just think that's like what I think of immediately when I think of MCU villain.
I think Thanos is like he would snap his fingers and the little thing that would like control him would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't be able to like control him anymore.
Yeah, but I think the other 6, 7 are strong enough to oppose him if he decided to do anything.
So they're not only going to have to fight like my team, but they're going to have to fight Thanos, their own team member as well.
Yeah.
I had Hela in mind, Thor's sister. I think she's pretty badass.
Last we have like the whole family in our lineup,
Yeah.
except for the dad.
And I think that I think she would bring some like anger issues against Thor and Loki.
Mm-hmm.
And she would just be like that much more enthusiastic
Mm-hmm.
about fighting your team
Mm-hmm.
because she would be fighting her family, which is like her part of her lore, kind of.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. So who wins? You tell us.
Okay, so that's our draft. We've got our full team. We've got bench. We've got the villain. Let's go through it one more time. You guys tell us who you think would win combat to combat. I've got Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Mystique, Wasp, Colossus, Vision. On the bench, we've got Rogue from the X-Men, and the villain Suicide Squad partner is Hela.
Okay. I've got Captain Marvel, Silver Surfer, Loki and Thor, Wong, Hulk, And then my bench is Bob, Sentry. Um,
Just Bob, actually.
yeah, he goes by
Not
Bob on
not
the
a
bench.
sentry.
He goes by Bob on the bench. And my villain is Thanos.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Do you think your team would win against mine?
Depends who directs the movie. I think it would have been easier to be like landslide victory if you had said like Hawkeye. I don't know.
Like the humans?
Yeah, yeah. So like the characters that feel really silly to be in the Avengers and
Yeah.
such. Um, so I think we picked pretty well-rounded, properly powerful, and where the ones that aren't powerful sit are like for the sake of the team, which is why Guardians of the Galaxy works.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments who you think would win head to head and which one you would like to see more in a movie. Stay tuned. We are traveling to London this week, which we are super excited about, and we'll be back with more videos soon. Thanks for watching.